Have you ever heard of social engineering? It's a tactic used by hackers to manipulate people into giving up confidential information. These hackers are skilled at exploiting human psychology to gain access to sensitive information inside the organization. They may use techniques like phishing email, wishing, or smishing to gain access to these targets. By building trust or creating urgency, these hackers can trick individuals into revealing password, financial information, or other valuable data. Social engineering involves exploiting human psychology and emotions to gain access to information or resources. Hello and welcome back to Piyush Laboratory. I am Piyush, a cybersecurity engineer, and in this video, we'll be talking about social engineering and how hackers manipulate people to gain access to sensitive information inside the organization. For the ease of understanding, I have divided this video into two major parts. In the first part, we'll be discussing what are the common types of social engineering attacks, and then we'll be deep diving into the principles used by these hackers. So what are these common types of social engineering attack? First and the most common type is phishing. There are other flavors of phishing email. We'll discuss what are these flavors. But to understand, phishing email is a fraudulent email sent by a hacker to manipulate and deceive people into divulging information or getting access to the sensitive data. The other types of phishing attack is spear phishing or whaling. Spear phishing is more of a targeted attack where an attacker would research about a specific individual and then craft their message according to that particular individual. Spear phishing emails are more convincing and it increases the chance of attack for an attacker. Whaling target high-profile individuals such as executives or senior management with the goal of obtaining sensitive information or access to valuable resources. These attacks often involve sophisticated techniques or tactics to deceive and manipulate their targets. Now, second type of social engineering attack is smishing, also known as SMS phishing. It involves sending text messages which appears to be from a bank or a company. Attackers exploit the trust associated with that particular entity who has sent the message. Third type of social engineering attack is phishing, also known as voice phishing. It uses phone calls to deceive individuals into disclosing sensitive information or compromise the security of the organization. Attackers may impersonate trusted entities like bank or government to deceive their targets. Next, we'll get into the social engineering principles, which are basically the techniques or tactics used by social engineers or hackers to manipulate people. These principles leverage human emotions and behaviors to exploit vulnerabilities and gain unauthorized access to information or resources. Here are the explanation of some common social engineering principles. Number 1. Authority. This principle involves exploiting people's tendency to comply with figure of authority. Social engineers may impersonate someone in a position of power, such as a manager or IT administrator. You may have seen phishing email coming from an IT administrator to reset your password. That is basically utilizing the principle of authority to trick yourself into changing your password from a malicious link. Second is intimidation. This tactic relies on fear or creating a sense of urgency to pressure individuals into taking immediate action. Social engineers may use threats of consequences or legal action to trick victims into disclosing sensitive information or complying with their demands. Your account will be suspended in next 1 hour if you don't take this action. This is one of the example of this principle. Third is scarcity. This tactic exploits people's fear of missing out on opportunities or resources. Social engineers may create a sense of urgency by presenting limited time offers or exclusive access to information, prompting individuals to act quickly without considering the risk. Only a few spots left for this exclusive webinar on financial freedom. This would be a great example of scarcity. Next is familiarity. Social engineers may use the familiarity principle to establish a sense of trust and rapport with their targets. By posing a familiar acquaintance or using personal information to create a connection, They aim to lower their target's guard and increase the likelihood of compliance. Hey, it's John from summer conference. I just need a little favor from you. This is an example of acting as someone trusted, which would lead you to take action. Last one is urgency. Urgency tactic create a sense of immediate need or crisis to prompt individuals to act quickly without questioning the legitimacy of the request. Social engineers may use time-sensitive language or threat of negative consequences to pressure targets into complying with their demands. We have noticed suspicious activity on your account. This is exactly creating the sense of urgency and tricking you into taking some actions from the malicious link in that phishing email. Social engineering attacks can have serious consequences, including data breaches, financial loss, identity theft, and reputational damage. To mitigate the risk associated with social engineering, companies with individuals must be vigilant, educate themselves about common tactics, and implement security measures such as two-factor authentication, email security protection, DKIM, DMARC records, or strict access controls. By understanding how social engineering works, you can better protect yourself from falling victim to these malicious attacks. Stay informed and stay safe online. Thank you.